Hello, welcome to the Staying Active webinar. My name is Dr. Omar Kowelessar and I'm a clinical psychologist. I'll be guiding you through this webinar today, which will last approximately 8 minutes. I hope you find it useful. Over the course of this webinar, we will be covering the following areas. We'll be understanding the benefits of exercise, how much exercise we should aim to complete per week, the types of exercises we can engage in, how we can increase our motivation to exercise, and finally, covering some simple examples. Regardless of our current level of activity, let's have a quick look at the scientific benefits that regular exercise has on not only our physical health, but also our mental health. The benefits of exercise vary according to the life cycle stage we're in. However, as you can see, certain benefits work across these stages. Exercise provides significant protection against some of the most common health issues we face in the Western world. But as well as protecting us against specific illnesses and conditions, exercise provides significant protection against all forms of mortality. Now that we have revisited some of the benefits of exercise, let's look at what the health experts recommend that we do. We know that exercise should be completed regularly for it to have a lasting effect, but how much should we aim to complete each week? Aerobic exercise is also known as cardio exercise. This means any form of activity which raises your heart rate above resting for a prolonged period of time. Moderate and vigorous refer to the level of intensity. If the level of intensity is too low, your heart rate will not significantly go above its resting level. And if the intensity is too high, you will not be able to engage in the activity at all. Strength exercise sessions refer to working particular groups of muscles. Examples of these include lifting weights, doing pull-ups, push-ups, sit-ups, squats, walking uphill, climbing stairs, and resistance training. Let's look at some examples in more detail. Moderate aerobic activity tends to look like this. You will notice an increased heart rate and breathing rate. You're able to maintain a conversation, and the activity itself typically lasts longer in duration. Let's look at vigorous aerobic activity. You will notice a high heart rate as your heart is working harder. You're unable to hold a conversation as your lungs are supplying oxygen to your muscles. And these activities typically involve short intervals of work and periods of rest. Let's look at some examples of strength exercises. Typically, strength exercise involves resistance training. Now, this can vary based on the equipment you have access to. It can range from moderate to high intensity, and the key benefits of resistance training is that it helps to maintain healthy joints and muscles. Now let's look at other forms of exercise you can engage in. Forms of endurance exercise involve walking, running, cycling or swimming. Benefits are you're able to compete at your own pace, and you can do this at any time throughout the day. There are various hobbies which involve levels of activity. Key benefits include you're highly motivated to complete them because you enjoy doing them. They may be low in intensity, but they're an excellent way to keep active whilst doing things that you enjoy. Engaging in a sport is a great way to become active, and different sports demand different levels of activity, so you can find the right one for you. Benefits include highly motivated to complete. Some sports use various muscle groups and can contain a social element. However, some may require equipment to complete them. Take a moment and think about what forms of activity you can start doing. Make a mental note or write them down. Start off with one or two. Essentially, the best exercise for you is the one you will actually do. Next, we're going to look at some tips to increase your overall activity levels. Set a goal. Ensure that they are SMART. By SMART, I mean specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time limited. Write them down and refer to them regularly, and adjust them accordingly. Remember, we want to set ourselves goals we can achieve. Track your progress. Don't forget to praise yourself for your achievements. and once you've achieved a goal, set yourself another one. It is important to have a varied exercise routine, as the body quickly gets used to the same routine and you will receive diminishing returns as a consequence. The more options you have at your disposal, the more choice and variation you can enjoy. Have a mixture of indoor and outdoor activities to engage in, as this means you are less affected by the unpredictable weather we enjoy in the UK. It is also important to ensure that your exercise activities are able to fit around your existing commitments, such as work, school run, chores and shopping. Incorporating exercise in this way will mean that it becomes part of your lifestyle and you're more likely to do it. As you start to experience the benefits of exercise, you're more likely to continue doing it. The whole process starts to become intrinsically rewarding. Why not give it a go? As we are all spending more time at home at the moment, I'm going to show you a simple 20-minute strength building circuit you can do at home. I invite you to carve out 20 minutes for yourself over the next day and try it for yourself. Complete each exercise for 60 seconds, with 15 seconds rest in between before moving on. Once all exercises have been completed, rest for 2 minutes before repeating the circuit again. Remember, choose a pace that's comfortable but challenging. Thank you for listening. I hope that you found this webinar informative and that you use it to build upon your existing activity levels in the future. Take care.